Hello and welcome to Tallahassee, Florida. Just a spectacular day for college football. The house that Bobby Bowden built. The Florida State Seminoles ready to open another season at the Dome. Today, a clash between two teams from the Sunshine State that will resonate from Dade to Duval. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Florida International Panthers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Seminoles' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. The ball bounces through the end zone and it will be a touchback. So the FIU Panthers offense will get the first swing of the game. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back. You got all guns blazing.
And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Got a man. It's Valentine. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. The Panthers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, FIU! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You got to be careful. And, David, I like these guys, too, because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're in defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. It's on target and complete. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun to give to the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. Trying play action. Got his man downfield. At the 40, there he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining the ball over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now they'll run the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And this one splits the uprights. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Pryor. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. FIU pushing tempo. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Looking for room. It's Sharp. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. FIU set up with another first down. The give from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hart. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Calls his own number. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking off. Handoff to the lone back. And into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
He'll try to do it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Seminoles will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. The Florida International offense is back on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Hold it, open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down here for the offense. Back to throw, it's Pryor. Buys a little time. Intercepted. Still running at the 40. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
The offense starts with a short field. Off the play fake on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you've got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They tried it again and got the same result. They'll get nothing and like it. Now they're looking at a 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got him downfield. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Panthers are on the move. From the gun, the running back has it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They'll try to power their way ahead. They get him down, but it's past the sticks, and it's a first down for FIU. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Going up top on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Babers. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Hands it off. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Snagged in the middle. It's Hart. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. They're not into threes. They want sixes, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way. He's running free down the middle. At the 20. Touchdown Seminoles! The defense takes matters into their own hands.
And how about this defense making plays? Not only do you force the fumble, the awareness to scoop it up. Understand the difference between trying to jump on it but pick it up and make a play. They make a play, and this offense, they have not put together a lot of scoring drives, and now they give up points on the other end. They got to get it together.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Stanford overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Palo Alto, this Cardinal team has to be thrilled with this result. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Pulls it in. It's Valentine. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's got it, and they convert. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Panthers are on the move. Looking to go up top on first down. He finds his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here.
FIU trying to pick up the first. It's fourth down. Looking to pass. It's Pryor. Finds his man and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the back. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to drive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. And the Panthers will keep this drive going. Not even a moment of anxiety in that decision. 4th and 1, yep, we're going.
Well, this isn't even a discussion in the headset. Like, this is all.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats, sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Kind of in that in-between spot here. Long field goal. Can't really punt it from here, so they'll try to convert on 4th down. Makes the grab over the middle. The Noles pick up the first down. And once again, you see how valuable the tough little slot receivers are on 4th down.
You isolate those guys, get the matchup you want, and now go win. Nice job by this offense, getting the matchup on 4th down, and the QB seeing it, throwing a strike, getting the first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Well, it's a huge play on the jet sweep, getting that first down. Defensively, I think everybody had their eyes in the backfield. They were not expecting that guy to get the football that quickly and be on the perimeter of the field.
Got it in the middle. It's Hart. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop it.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. They've got the screen set up. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong. And I say...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida International.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find...
And he's running in the open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Tackled immediately after the catch. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. He's back to throw on second down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And it's good from 58 yards out. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee.
FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. Coming out with it, it's Estrada. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Right back to the well. He stopped again. They went right back to him, and he still found no running room at all. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. At the 20, he's got space. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Trying to beat the D deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Really good job by the defense taking away the deep ball. Remember, you can roll those corners up, or you can roll those corners back. You want to take away the deep ball, keep them back deep. You want to take away the shallow stuff, bring them up tight on the line of scrimmage.
They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looks as if he's going to run it. There's a live football. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
At the 45 on its way. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. Oh, and the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. On the run, it's Sharp. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That's so frustrating for a quarterback. He sees an open guy, he's ready to rip the football, and then all of a sudden, one of those defensive ends gets a big mitt in the air and knocks it down.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Babers. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down.
Now, that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field. They just couldn't hook up on that one.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Offense set on 1st down. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Keeps looking downfield. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did it.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, FIU. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
35, Florida State, 20.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be knocked down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
From the gun, the ground game. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking deep. And the missed connection on 3rd down. And the Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. The Florida International offense is back on the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air, it's Pryor. A strike downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Power football with the run. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Quarterback now breaking the field. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Babers. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Using his feet. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And I'm not going to lie, that 4th down in medium range is really difficult. You want to play pass, you're expecting pass, but offensively, boom, you sneak it in there. That means you knew something. You saw something against this defense that you knew it would work. Great job by the offense, sticking to their guns, calling the play there's a little bit outside the box.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll give it to the back. Touchdown, Panthers. And the pummeling has started.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Finds his target down the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 24 with the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going to try to get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. This offense has a 2nd down play. He'll pull it on the read. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll try to run for it. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Now, a 4th down. Number 18.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They'll try to pick up the first. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. A 1st down for the offense. They'll put the tight end in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida International.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead can really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
The give to the tailback. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Now on 1st down from the 40. Handoff to the lone back. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a 1st at the 29. And the Panthers have this offense rolling. Looking to throw, it's Pryor. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! And the beatdown has ensued.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Vanderbilt is running away with things, and boy, if this keeps up, the party is on in Nashville tonight. They're up 14 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision making. You decided to go for it, but didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not compliment. But look, this offense has been in these situations. Got to Come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
He's got his man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. They're going to throw it again. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over. They'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Plummer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
From the 30-yard line on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got his...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida International. And the punishment has been extended. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
56, Florida State, 27.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Going over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. He's looking to throw it. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He's got it. Really nice pickup. Out to the 44 with the first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
He's got an open man. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Trying to get to him. Trying to escape and get it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Out of the backfield, he's open. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll go to the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he will take it in. Touchdown Seminoles. Lining up for the PAT. Splits the uprights. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the postgame.
Going downfield for the big play. Touchdown, FIU! And the stomping has commenced.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And they did tack on the extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Got his man downfield. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, no! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Complete downfield. And Chuck. Name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. They're working that left side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Pryor. Dances away from the heat. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Pushes for the goal line. Touchdown, Panthers. And the route is on.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
70, Florida State, 41.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. He's going to pass. They'll run the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. We definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.